Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. This one's quite special as this is my new Westinghouse type OV-15 silverliner. This fixture I just got yesterday from a fellow member on Lighting Gallery, Light Dragon. So thanks to him for making this possible. This is a fixture I've definitely wanted for a while now, and they've just been hard to get, even though it's not too rare of a fixture. So this fixture originally served in Royersford, Pennsylvania, which is a little bit off of Philadelphia, and they had quite a few of these lights along with a bunch of Jocelyn MV121 first generation ones. They had a couple Pemco fixtures and just a few other odds and ends. And this is one of those fixtures, and he got it along with one of those MV121s, and he has that video on his channel. This is the Westinghouse version. So, we'll start looking at the fixture here. It's got a very nice look to it that most other fixtures just don't have. It's nice, long and streamlined. And up here on the top, which we'll start looking at the top now, you'll see all the paint has been bleached off. That's just from years of being in service and the sun beaming on and being out in the elements. But you'll see that aluminum has a really nice kind of look to it. It's sort of this nice pattern. So I'm probably not going to be restoring this and leave it like this because it's kind of pretty actually. It's got some sort of paint or something on it there. Here's the Photocell, which is really the only thing up here. Your standard Westinghouse Photocell, where you undo those two screws, and then you can rotate the Photocell to point north. So that's really kind of it. Let's take a look like straight down. There you can kind of see the shape of that fixture. Now, one thing I've noticed with this, and with a couple other OV-15s, is the casting is not that great. There's a lot of imperfections. Here in the top, it's got this nice seam from where the mold had some sort of dent in it, or wherever it had a scratch. And then here you'll see a nice line from where the two halves were to get put together to make the mold. And you'll see that same seam on the door. So now I will flip the light over so we can take a look at the door. So on the door you'll see that it's got some of the silver paint left. So I'm definitely going to be keeping it like that. It's got this nice kind of hammered silver paint on it. So here at the hinge we got, of course, the standard Westinghouse hinge that you see on these types of lights, and then in there is the slip fitter. Now you'll see these two tabs, and these are kind of little locks that hold the door in place. You'll see there's two little notches stick out, and they lock the pin in place, this pin right here, to try to hold the door on, but I found that that's not really, it doesn't really do anything. So moving up, we got that Westinghouse logo, absolutely wonderful. The seam again, and then we got our drip hole. That little thing right there is where the little latch is that holds the refractor in. And then the refractor itself here, which is a Pyrex refractor. I'll talk about that in a moment. And then the latch, which is pretty much unique to Westinghouse. When they were brought out, and the Cooper lights use a similar latch, and I'll do a separate video on that. But this is definitely a lot better. The Cooper version is a lot cheaper and just not nearly as nice. So here's kind of side profile of that lens. So let's go ahead and open this up. Now, I'm gonna have to put the camera down to do this. So I got the fixture open, and we can see the inside of the door here. So it's, of course, simple. You can see that seam once more, and all the dirt that's collected inside. And a pin, and just some reinforcements. And here we'll see some more of those quality issues. This is, what is it? Is that it? Yeah. It's got some parts in it that's just like there, that big crack, I guess you can call it. It doesn't go all the way through, it's just part of the casting. And then the spring-loaded refractor, the holder that is definitely very difficult to do. It takes a lot of force to take that refractor out. Again, the refractor here. The two clips here that screw in to hold the refractor in place, and where the door clip, or that door clips in. So now I will be taking out that lens, and again off camera because it's too difficult to do while holding the camera. So here we go. I got the lens free. Let's take a look at this. And actually, for comparison, I've got another lens. So this is again a Pyrex. Well, let's focus in on that. Can we focus? Hello? Well, it's a Pyrex lens. They are Pyrex. USA. Made for Westinghouse style number. So this is the same type of lens that the Jocelyn MV121s use, and I really like this lens. It looks good. And we can kind of see what the refractor pattern looks like. And up here it says two-way, and then the two arrows, and then there's an A and a 4. I think that's all for the embossing. I don't think there's anything else on it. There's a bubble, and there's unfortunately a chip in this lens somewhere. Here, well, it's not so much a chip. I don't think there's actually glass missing, but there's a little fracture inside the glass. So there's that. And now this lens is a Hall of Fame 4215, the standard lens, and we'll put this camera with that. So this is the lens that Westinghouse silverliner OV-15s usually have, and here's what mine has. You can kind of see the difference in the shape, and I actually prefer this lens. It looks older, like an older style, and I just like it more than this one. I think it looks nicer, especially with this fixture. It also would look good in the the 115 fixture. But yeah, it's a very nice, high quality piece of glass. That's what the back part looks like. That's what the back looks like. So that's the glass, the door. Now, let's take a look at the rest of it. So here is the slip fitter. It's got lots of reinforcing, and then these two bolts here, I think those are something to do with the adapter you can put in to put it on an 1.25" mast arm. But right now it's just set for 2" mast arms. Of course, it's a 4-bolt slip fitter, which I like a lot better than 2-bolt ones because it's a lot more secure and it's just less likely for the light to break or fall off, especially in high vibration environments. Again, here's that piece that holds the door in, and it's actually attached by 2 screws that have nuts on the end, so you can remove that if you want to. It's got this bend in it. I gotta sort that out, but trying to sort that out the other day actually hurt myself in the weirdest way. So next thing here is the porcelain terminal socket, and this is one of my favorite parts of this light because it's so rare that you find these sorts of lights with porcelain sockets. So it's just a really nice touch. You know, so there's 2 white wires and a black wire. And there's the wiring diagram. This is a 120 volt and 240 volt light. So the ballast is a 240 volt ballast, but you use a 120 volt photocell. It's weird, and I haven't wired it up yet, so we won't be testing it for a bit. But at least I got the fixture and it's in pretty good condition. And that ballast looks so nice. And you also notice there's no capacitor because it's a CWA ballast, I think. So there's no ballast that could, or no capacitor that could go bad. So this fixture should, as long as you relamp it, last for a very long time. So here's your socket with the 4 positions. All you have to do is loosen this, and then you can slide the socket back and forth. And you also have some different angle adjustments here. I'm not sure why it's rusty just at the bottom. It's kind of an odd thing. Then we got our reflector here. And it's kind of foggy because this gasket, and so it's not as really reflective as it should be. Oh wow. And this rubber gasket actually still is in good condition. It's started to go, but it hasn't gone completely rock hard yet. So it still acts like a gasket. And then at the end here is the little latch. So that's it for the inside of the fixture. Now you notice that the other labels are missing. I actually have those, they're just outside the fixture. So I'm gonna grab those and we'll see, take some look at those. Here they are. I'm glad I still have these. I'll have to glue them back in, but it's nice to have them, and they're in pretty good shape. So this is the actual sticker for the fixture. The type OV-15 EC. I'm not really sure what that means. That's probably a date code. Volts 120, 240, because you need both apparently. 175 watt. 60 cycles. Made in the USA. And then here is the ballast test style. 240 volt cycle, 60 cycles, H39. So yeah, that's that. So now I'm going to put this fixture back together with the other lens so we can see how that looks. So I've got the fixture here with that 4215 lens I stole out of my Cooper OVX. And that really is a crappy fixture, but I will do a comparison video in the future because they are kind of similar in some ways. But that's the lens you would usually find in these lights, and that also looks very good. I'm gonna get some different shots here. But I definitely don't like it necessarily as much as the Pyrex lens. So I'm going to put that one back in and close the video. So I've got to put back together what's appropriate lens. And we're going to kind of just talk about a few other things. So, of course, again, I'm glad I have this fixture. It's not necessarily too rare. But it's, especially in my area, you never see Westinghouse fixtures. So finding one of these any other way would have been difficult. But it's very nice and pretty light, especially with that Pyrex lens. I think that really suits the style that this fixture is, and it makes it look a little older. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching. I'll be doing a couple of videos including this fixture sometime soon, so watch out for those. Anyway, bye for now.